quilting friend, it is your quilting friend Emily, and I am back with another $2 digitally downloaded pattern. And today we are going to talk about the Shear Quilt. This is a brand new quilt from Villa Rosa, and I cannot wait to talk about it because this quilt is using bold and bright color fabrics, very beginner friendly quilt. In addition to, you are going to master the half square triangles in this particular quilt. If you've ever felt a little intimidated when it comes to half square triangles, look no further than this quilt, because again, by the end of it, you are going to master those half square triangles, because you are going to be making large half square triangles, small half square triangles, and you could even use a few different methods all in between. This pattern, it really breaks down those different angles. So when you have the large cut fabric with those clear angles, you are going to get a gorgeous result. And again, it is only $2 for the digital pattern. So let's take a closer look at what the size is, some really fun color combinations that you could go with, in addition to how I would quilt it and how I would bind it. The Shear Quilt is measuring at 54 inches by 54 inches. Yes, this is a square quilt, and because it's 54 inches by 54 inches, you could absolutely have it as a wall hanging if you wanted to. Have it right on top of your dining room table as a nice square table topper, again, if you wanted to, or make it for your favorite little baby on the way or already here as a fun playmat rug for the little person. And again, you are going to master those half square triangles without any overwhelm. So the original color version of this quilt is using some dark pinks with some light pinks with some orange with some yellows. It's a total glowing sunset. But here are a few suggestions that you could go with that makes it completely different. Why not go with some more of an ocean tone? So you've got the teals, you've got the sea foam, you've got the coral, maybe even a little bit like that sand tan color, or go with a citrus lime color quilt. So you've got the lime, you've got the tangerine, you've got the lemon, and some raspberry mixed in, maybe more of a modern farmhouse type color quilt combination. So you've got the navy, you've got that clay tart color, you've got like some cream mixed in, maybe a scrappy rainbow where you've got your favorite bright and bold color fabrics in your fabric stash. And again, you are going to be making a bazillion half square triangles, so it'd be really fun to use some contrasting fabric mixed in. I sincerely feel like this type of color combination would be really great highlighting some bold fabric prints, especially as you are wanting to get more confident with your angles. So to make this quilt, you are going to need 3/4 of your different color combinations. So 3/4 of like that dark pink color, 3/4 of that light pink color, 3/4 of that orange color fabric, or even 3/4 of the yellow. You choose 4 different fabric prints, all cut at 3/4. Then you are going to need 1 3/8 for your background color fabric, and then 1/2 yard for your binding. So this quilt is literally built around half square triangles, and I love that this pattern is so simple without simplifying it for the eye, because it's going to give you a really nice visual at the completion of the quilt. You are going to be cutting and marking and sewing and trimming, not just with the large pieces, but also with the smaller half square triangle. It is going to be super manageable, and a really great way of practice and having fun with those different angles. Not to mention, it's going to be nice and forgiving just in case if your seams are a little bit off. But again, there is no quilt police here, not on my watch. So how are we going to finish this quilt? Well, because this quilt is using such bold blocks for that structure, maybe keep it nice and clean. So maybe using those seams with the half square triangles as your guide point. So doing like a nice clean diagonal look using your walking foot. And again, when I say finish the quilt, I mean your quilt top is done, you have your batting in it, and you have your backing. So now we are completing the quilt. So what a fun way to use some diagonal lines using your walking foot. Maybe this would be really fun to use as a little bit more of a mirandering. So you've got your stippling. So not only do you have your nice clean lines when it comes to the half square triangle, but you also have some movement mixed in with your stippling. That could be really fun as well. And not to mention, it'd be really cool to echo in those half square triangles as well. Or let your long armor get creative with that geometric edge to edge design. Back it with a cozy wide back print with like the coordinating solid of one of your half square triangle colorway. That would be so stinking pink and cute. So how do you bind it? Well, here's two really great choices when it comes to binding it. Option number one, use a nice high contrast colorway for that binding, zipping all around, or go with a scrappy. So all of your scrap fabric, sew it all together, cut it at 2.5 inches, and use every single color on your binding. What a fun and interesting way to use scrappy fabric binding with this particular project. You've been wanting to master half square triangle. Here is your quilt without making a bazillion teeny tiny half square triangle pieces. Shear Quilt is literally going to be a fabulous place to start. It's modern, it's bold, and best of all, it's only $2 digitally downloaded. Go ahead and grab your pattern right in the show notes so that we can go ahead and start getting sewing. I say we as if like I'm a part of this quilt project now too. And if anything, leave a quick note right in the comments just to inspire others. What colorway would you go with when it comes to this particular color pattern? Would you keep it with the solid, or would you use ballet color fabrics as well? Maybe you'd go with the bright and bold colorway. Maybe you would go with the pastel and more of a baby muted colorway. Please let us know right in the show notes so that we can all inspire each other on our quilting journey. And again, I am Emily from Quilting Your Legacy, and I cannot wait to see you in the next $2 digital pattern video so that we can keep quilting our legacies and keep quilting on. Happy quilting your legacy. I cannot wait to sew with you soon.